I have to be honest. One thing I love about men, one thing I can always say and preach and just be like, I have to just clap for them. They are so selfish. They will always put themselves first. They will always do what's in their best interest. I don't like how us as women can't do that. Or honestly, I don't even blame us because society has forced that nurturing, caretaking, suck it up, submissive, shut the up and take it role. So you never think about yourself because you're programmed to think that way. Until you deprogram that and also realize that at the end of the day, he would have not given you that same grace. I promise you, life will get better. Like, I think about the fact that, oh, you're not giving him enough attention. He's already on to the next. He's dipping on you. He's thinking, I'm gonna cheat that day because she was just ignoring me. Like, immediately all he's thinking about is him. She's not doing this for me. All right, I'm gonna find somewhere else. She's not gonna do this for me. I'm gonna find somewhere else. Like, they are so about what's gonna be in their best interest. What's like about themselves. You over here thinking like, what can I do to make him happy? Da-da-da. Like, baby, I promise you. He's not even give you that same respect, that same standard. Like, and it's not even just about relationships too. Like, they really are all about what's gonna be for them. You can be a pawn in their game, and they gonna get what they need. And if it's not gonna be you, jump to the next. Like, I have to applaud them. That's smart. And if we all move that way, there would be less heartbreaks and a lot more money gained. I'm just saying.
In college, I dated a very traditional Christian man who asked me at one point, how do you feel about after you graduated, we just immediately got married and you were a stay-at-home wife and you didn't have to work? I was honestly offended by that question because I was so passionate about this thing that I was getting a degree in that I was just so eager to enter the workforce and do this thing that I loved and get money for it. Fast forward to today, I've graduated, we broke up, I'm now working in the profession of the thing that I got a degree in, and I changed my mind. I changed my mind, I know. I don't want to do it anymore, I'm done.
I had a chat with a friend of mine last night who was complaining about how women don't want to be housewives anymore and they just want to have a career and they want to work and they want to hustle. And it was just insane because I looked at him and I was like, who on earth wants to work? And he was like, every woman, they want to work, they don't want to be at home, like they don't want to be taking care of the kids and whatever. And I was like, name me one woman that wants to work right now. Like, there's no woman on earth that just wants to work and hustle and whatever. Like, it doesn't.
The girlies are quitting their jobs. McKinsey just released their Women at Work Report 2024 edition. And what they found is that about a third of women are planning to leave their jobs.
Pretty much every video I post about careers, I get a ton of comments from people saying, I just don't want to work. Like, I wish, I don't know, no job sounds appealing to me because I just don't want to work. My own story of the path I was on in my 20s, I did quit my job at 31 as a marketing director.
I took a few days to kind of chill out, cry all my tears, get all the anger out before I made this post. After 17 years of teaching, I resigned from my teaching position.
We are living in times where there are women out there who expect a man to fully provide for them and fully take care of them. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you are a woman who wants that type of lifestyle and wants that type of man, I hope you find them and do not stop until you do. Because there are men out there who are financially in a position to be able to do that. And that's great for them and that's great for you as well. But there are really good men out there who can't afford to do that financially. Doesn't mean they're broke. It just means that they have enough money to take care of themselves, to pay their own bills, they have their own car, they have their own place to stay. If they take you out, they're willing to pay for the date, they're willing to pay to take you shopping here and there, but they can't afford to provide for you fully as of right now. Meaning they can't afford your bills, they can't afford your rent, and they can't afford your lifestyle completely. And that's okay too. It doesn't mean that these guys out there who are in that position are any less of a man. It just means that they're not in a financial position to provide for you the way you might want another man to. And that's okay. Now, I am not telling any woman how to date as well as who to date. What I am saying is that just because a man has money doesn't mean he's going to treat you like you're priceless.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women weaponize love and are master manipulators because love without accountability is an act of manipulation. Because during this process, it allows one person to feel hurt, neglected, and/or disrespected without any kind of consequence to that person, while they still expect for you to love them, show them affection, care, and give them all of the princess treatment that they so deserve. And men have been conditioned to expect love labor from their woman. But you're not getting that most of the time because that woman cannot take accountability for herself and/or responsibility for her actions. Therefore, it's not true love. So whenever you think about love, you have to understand that it is an act and a commitment to show you care. And if she can't take responsibility for herself, how much does she really care about you? So the next time that you tell your man, I love you, I want you to remember that love without accountability is manipulation. And you are not a manipulator. Take accountability for yourself, baby. It's not a bad thing.
Feminism didn't raise women up. It turned them into competitors. Now we've got a generation of boss babes with eyes and fake confidence. They dominate in the boardroom, but they don't get dominated in the bedroom like they wish they could. Because even the boldest woman wants a man to take charge. They'll bark at their staff all day, but deep down, they want a man who can look them in the eye and say, sit down. Not out of hate, out of power, out of frame. But here's where most men get screwed. You can out-frame a chick who's in her masculine 24/7, but you'll burn out in the process. That's why you need to know what to watch out for, and why some women are a dead end no matter how good they look.
I don't know how to do this casual anymore. You know, I want to be wifey. As soon as I start seeing somebody, I want to take care of them. It just, that instinct kicks in. I want to make your food. I want to do your laundry. I want to help you out in any way possible. I want to please you once or twice a day. Wifey, you know? I don't want to do this casual, nonchalant thing. No. I want to take care of you. I want to help you. I want to make your life easier. I want to enjoy you. Maybe I have a problem.
Belle Burden just wrote your wife's divorce playbook. If you don't know who she is, her divorce memoir is the #1 book in America right now. 18 weeks on the bestseller list, and Netflix just bought the rights to it. Gwyneth Paltrow's playing her in the movie. The New Yorker is fighting about whether Burden lied about the money, but it's the wrong fight. The fight that matters is what your wife is taking from this book. Burden looked at the paperwork for the first time in years. Your wife is doing the same thing. Burden didn't warn him she was ready for divorce, and your wife isn't warning you either. Burden walked out the other side intact. Your wife circled that page. She didn't write a memoir. She wrote a syllabus, and your wife is on chapter 3 at this moment.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said about that submissive woman. See, when I submit to my man, I'm being fed. It turns me on. I wouldn't even be turned on by a man I couldn't submit to, because that is in my nature. I'm turned on by submitting to you. I'm turned on when you walk in the house and there's something about me that's like, Daddy, that I don't want to be in my masculine. I'm turned off in my masculine with you. So it's not about I'm doing this because it makes you happy. It probably does. And this may sound selfish, but I'm submitting to you because it actually makes me happy.
One thing you will never find in the Bible is it saying that husbands should submit to their wives. It never says that in any translation. It does say for wives to submit to their husbands. It does not say husbands submit to wives. Now, a lot of people will be like, well, it says we should submit to one another. And that's where he means. That's where that, no. That is about a body of believers. Submit to one another. Iron sharpens iron. Hold each other accountable. That kind of thing. Still, never says husband submit to wife. There is an order that God laid out. Why are you trying to change it? To make it fit what you want it to say.
When we get to the airport, since we're going to have plenty of time and we're not in a rush, if we see a shop that I want to stop at on the way to our gate, I'd like to do it without your sass. Thank you, sir.
Do you feel in charge?
I paid you a small fortune.
This gives you power over me.
When you can identify that there's a narcissist on the other side of the case, they don't fight fair. It's very sinister. It's very dark. And you sort of get to see the patterns in terms of how they're going to come at your client and how they're going to try to bring them back into that sort of manipulative mind control. So we have to have a team around the client that can really help them to stay strong and really endure that kind of onslaught, because that's just part of the whole process.
And if I ask for a back massage, I want it to only be a back massage.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
a good one.
Yeah, well, if I got time to do all that.
No. We're laying in bed watching TV, and I want a good masseuse level back massage without you thinking anything else is going to happen. I need that.
I'll attempt it.
You've tried it and failed.
When he asks for dinner, he wants it to only be dinner. Michelin star level dinner, no yapping and no gossip about your coworkers. See, two people can play at this.
I don't think ladies understand. When you say these things and then you give evidence that you had intercourse with guys who aren't those things, you don't understand what you're doing to steer men in that direction. When you go on a date with a guy who's a perfect gentleman and make him wait and then get home and go your toxic ex, you are making the world 1% worse. Now, it's not your responsibility. Do whatever you want. I'm not telling you not to do it. But please understand, if men are this way, it's partially because you rewarded them for being that way.
I don't think modern women really look at anything else other than what's going on in their world. A woman was saying something to the effect of men are the best at being selfish and putting themselves first before a woman. And she talked about how, you know, if you're not giving a man something, he's going to move on to the next woman. Maybe so, but then also you have to think about how many times he's asked you. We go back, there was another point there was a clip where there was a couple sitting at dinner and she was like, you know, basically, the thing was, the woman made her man wait on the first date, and come to find out in that same dinner, she didn't make other men wait. There was a specific guy in Mexico that her niece referenced, and then that couple ended up separating because he found out, oh no, she made me wait. Right? So y'all like to think that men are they just up and do things at random, but they really don't. The fact of the matter is, men have been watching you, men have been observing you, and it's likely that men have told you, hey, I'm not sure about this. And they see the whole entire picture for what it is. If she'll lie here, or if she'll do this like this, then I'm not 100% sure she's going to be what she's supposed to be in this relationship. That's why I'm saying he might talk to you about it to see how you take it. And a lot of times y'all stay on your square. Oh, I ain't changing. You're going to have to love me as I am. Well, I don't love you as you are. So I'm leaving. You can't say that I didn't warn you. That's what y'all are continuing to forget to put in these conversations. Y'all act like men are selfish. They put themselves first. But it's likely that a man is in fact not selfish. He's just thinking about, this woman is not going to change. This woman is going to do whatever she wants to do, however she wants to do, whenever she wants to do it. And really, honestly and truly, I'm not interested in that.
Bumble's taking power out of women's hands and giving it to artificial intelligence to do the matching for you. What do you think about this? Do you hear about this? People are panicked. On one hand, I mean, could things really get worse? People are not happy with dating apps anyway. Nobody is satisfied, at least not according to most reports. On the other hand, there's something fundamentally human about, you know, choosing your own life partner. But who am I to know why that's important? Oh, wait, I'm Max Butterfield, Dr. Max Butterfield, and there is something fundamentally human about choosing the person who you want to be with forever. Can AI do that well for you? Remains to be seen. My guess is probably not as well as you can do it for yourself.
Women are usually considered to be more talkative than men.
Oh, this just in.
We need a study for this?
A 2-year study.
2-year study finds women say more words than men.
And they start after 5 o'clock.
So we're holding it in all day, and then at the end of the day, they just all come spilling out.
Yes.
And you can't take it anymore.
Every single thought.
Why can't you just answer the questions and engage in, like, the words exist. You could talk back and then things would even out. But we have to make up for the silence and the one-word answers, which are dumb.
There is no space for the man to interject.
And another thing, Dina, I'm just thinking that.
I think you're wrong about that, because oftentimes we set up a story. So I went to the store. I had to make a return.
Right.
I went to make the return. The guy, the line was too long. So then I went to the other store.
Then what happened, girl?
And then the light came on in my car. And I didn't know what to do about it. So what do you think I should do?
And this is the problem.
Right.
So we keep going because,
right.
Did
you hear what I said?
If he halfway through the story, is he asleep?
Right.
What's happening? Do you feel that this study is true with us?
I feel like I don't use that many words.
I agree.
I agree with you. You ladies are perfect.
That's all I was getting to.
Okay, good.
What's next?
Perfect.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you really gotta stay away from niggas who think everything is expensive. Everything is expensive to them. You moaning and groaning and complaining about $40. $40. Okay? Nobody wanna hear that. Pull your wallet out and pay for this like a grown man and stop complaining. Every time you hear the cost of something, every time you hear the price of something, you, oh my God. You always trying to talk somebody down on the price. Baby, this is the price. Just pay it. You embarrassing me.
Listen, I know you're upset, but I want you to try to understand where he's coming from. Because when he shared those things with you, it was because he felt like he was safe with you. Oh yeah, men want to feel safe too now. And I'm not talking about in a sense of physically fighting for him. I'm talking about fighting to protect his heart. And sometimes the main person that you have to fight is yourself. Because you can't turn those things on him when you get mad at him. Especially when it's hard enough for most men to share their feelings. When he comes out and says that he has trauma from growing up. You know, things like his mother made him be the man of the house because his mother's man wasn't there. And neither was his father. He couldn't cry when he was young. His mom used to punch him in the chest and tell him to toughen up. Maybe he was 7. And it still went on when he was 14 and 15. And then this young man goes out into the world. Not even a man yet, but feeling like he has to be. He can't show when he's sad. He can't show when he's disappointed, when he's feeling anxious, upset in any way, unless he's mad. Oh, then we tell him to fight. Then we tell him he has to have his back, have his brothers and sisters' back, gotta have his mother's back, and anybody else, when he couldn't even have his own back and talk about how he really felt about anything. But he shared all that with you, and the moment you get pissed off, you throw that in his face, you tell him he needs to heal. Baby, you need to heal, because only an unhealed person would do something as sad as that. Just think.
What's up, my guys? Listen, women are smart creatures. They're constantly testing you in ways you might not even realize. Or she may not even realize. Is this okay? Maybe, maybe not. It just depends on the situation. Either way, per usual, I'm here to call out the here are the ways she's testing you. I can totally go by myself. O'Reilly turns into no real quick. She never wanted to go by herself in the first place. How in the does she need oil and walk out with 3 new headlights and blinker fluid? Be a man. I'm cold. Give her your damn jacket, Scott. I just want to know that I'm going to be safe when the apocalypse hits. She's not looking for warmth. She's seeking a reliable protector for both her and her future children. Is that all you're eating? Chad, please realize that you can't order the chicken breast when she was eyeing the pasta. Are you for real? My best friend Andrew and I go there all the time. She's gauging your loose cannon trait. Will you allow her to have male friends? Do you trust her? She's not going to want a jealous little bee. You don't have to call me when you get home. This means call me. I am very concerned about the group of girls that I saw on your Snapchat story. As a matter of fact, FaceTime me from your bed. I have to say this is a test that I personally don't agree with. Don't date someone you can't trust. So what was your ex like? Talk about them in a positive light. Negativity hints at bitter feelings. No one wants a negative Nancy. If I know you've had previous successful relationships, I'll view you as a more reliable partner.
You think your outfit's respectful?
We can have a genuine conversation.
Yeah, let's do it.
You don't have to like press me.
Well, why would I respect? You obviously don't respect yourself.
How do you know that?
Because look at your outfit.
What are you wearing?
Yo, no one's talking to you.
I kind of understand where you're coming from, but also I feel like I have boundaries for myself. So
Okay.
It's like I'm not gonna let someone just fuck me and sexualize me.
Okay.
Just because I have a revealing outfit.
But don't you realize that like you're kind of putting yourself out there to represent yourself as that? Like,
I don't think anyone's gonna get with me.
yeah, but see, you know that, but you're not presenting yourself that way.
Why are you wearing that watch?
I worked hard for it. I like it. You didn't work for that Shein outfit. You can buy that for $3 online. I think that men sexualizing the sluttiness is a big part of our culture, which is why women dress the way they do. But you guys don't have to fall victim to that.
People like you that come up to me and say this stuff to me makes me feel less confident in myself because honestly, you think that I'm dressing this way to get an attention,
Yeah.
and I'm really not. I feel like it's people like you that break my confidence.
Yeah,
and
but listen. As a woman, you should respect yourself more than that. Don't have your confidence reside in dressing this certain way. Your confidence should reside in who you are as a person, who you are as a woman, your standards, your morals, rather than showing your butt.
I understand, and honestly, it makes me feel a certain type of way because before I came out, I asked my friends, like, do you think I look like a little
You're asking the wrong people. Look at them. You're asking the wrong people.
And I understand that. Honestly, I do.
I'm not trying to break your confidence at all. You seem confident. That's awesome. But you can present it in a way where you don't have to show your butt.
I'm more so on your side, and I understand how you are. I know at the end of the day, I'm not going to let anyone have me just because I look a certain type of way.
But don't make people think that. Don't make people think they can by dressing that way, though.
I get that.
Hey, what are you doing? I came out to check on you.
Huh?
What are you doing? Thought you were working.
I'm looking at this.
What is it?
It's wire. It's a spool of wire. And I'm almost out of it. Can you see the spool of wire?
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost out of it.
Okay.
And I've had this spool of wire for like 40 years. I bought it like this it's not a piece of a long time ago, but it's like 40 years of my life is in the wire that's gone. Does that make sense? This is what's left. Does that make
I'm
sense?
sorry to hear that, and it's sad for you, but you're wearing your Jets hat, and I'm a little concerned right now that you're wearing your Jets hat. I thought that's why you were crying.
Okay, I'm done.
You know what the ultimate flex for a man is? When somebody asks you, hey man, what does your wife do for a living? Nothing. She don't work, bruh. She don't work. Well, you could take your lady out the office, put her up in the house. You ain't got to do nothing, baby. That's the real flex. You feel me? You could tell a lot about a man just by looking at the woman that he's with. Don't let that go over your head, bro.
Think about it. Religion has actually convinced people that there's an invisible man living in the sky who watches everything you do every minute of every day. And the invisible man has a special list of 10 things he does not want you to do. And if you do any of these 10 things, he has a special place full of fire and smoke and burning and torture and anguish where he will send you to live and suffer and burn and choke and scream and cry forever and ever till the end of time. But he loves you.
Hey, much respect to this man. Because this is some alpha male, manly type stuff. But what I want to talk about is, how come if you ask a woman, can she cook or clean? She asks you, can you do this? This is about 67 different trades. And it's like, do you even want this type of life? You ask me, can I build a house? You don't want to live off the grid. I just asked for some ramen. Some ramen noodles. I just asked you to boil me a pack of noodles. And you said, can you build a house though? My goodness.
Baby, let me tell you something. I know you know all about a man opening up a woman's door. Yeah. Opening a door for a woman. But what do you know about opening the door from the inside for the man? Yeah, especially if he came over and opened your door first. Yeah, you get in, baby, and open his side from the inside. Yeah. A woman that do that, she really bitches. You heard it here first. Yeah.
And I understand, a woman was talking about cheap men are a red flag. I do understand it because a lot of times, it is embarrassing if you're always trying to talk somebody down on the price. But I would say, because modern women don't like to tell the full story. And so they'll say, oh man, just pay it. It's only $40. But that's $40 now. And it might be $40. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, what are we talking about? It's a small little cup full of nothing. You want me to pay for it? That cup is probably worth 10 cents, but I'm paying $40 for it. And then we go down the road, like say for instance, we're at the carnival or something like that, or the fair or whatever it is. And you're getting a whole bunch of little trinkets that you could literally get off of Amazon. You're paying for, it's well past double and triple the price of what it actually is. And you're having me pay for all of this stuff. And then you want me to buy things that are super expensive. I fool around and easily spend $500. Easily spend $500 when it should have been a low key, relatively inexpensive date. And modern women do this stuff, not just maybe, and I use a county fair or something like that as an example. We know the food is exorbitantly high, or maybe you go to a baseball game and you already know things are going to be expensive, right? So you already pay for the tickets, you already pay for parking. You don't want her to walk all that way. But then we get in there, I got to get food, and she goes back for more food and more food and more food. All of a sudden, those $40 nachos turn into $80, which turn, oh, I want a drink. And all of a sudden, you're looking at $200, $300, $400 that quickly. Because all of a sudden, I'm so hungry. I haven't had anything to eat today. Ooh, that drink looks so good. You want to try it? Ooh, that one looks good too. You get that one. I tell you what, you get that one. I'll get this one, and we're going to share it. Oh, man. Whew. I don't know what it is. I know I had that hot dog and them nachos, but I could really go for some chicken tenders and a pizza right now. A pizza too? Ah, give me a large. Ooh, I just can't decide. Give me a pepperoni and a meat lovers. Where are you fitting all of that? Nowhere. I'm not going to eat it all. You're going to pay for it. Just stop talking and pay for it. And that's how that stuff gets out of hand. Because modern women really don't have any discipline.
So a couple of weeks back, I had a conversation about whether or not we should start thinning the herd.
Thinning the herd. Ah yes, the title of that video should give you a clue of what it's about.
And when I say thin the herd, what I mean is we need to start reducing the male population.
Interesting. I wonder how they're planning on going about doing that.
We as women need to start really controlling who is born and who is not.
Let us be very clear. They're referring to women taking control of the entire human population by ensuring that only certain members of particular demographics are actually born. There's a word for that.
Men are okay infringing on your rights by telling you that you cannot have an abortion, that they'd rather save the child than to save the mother. They are okay with having say-so or regard over your body. So me, I feel as a woman, I feel no types of way saying to reduce the male population altogether.
Some individuals are not going to like what I'm about to say, specifically some women, but I am about to be very blunt. If you happen to be worried about giving birth to a boy because you're concerned that he's going to grow up to be a misogynist or someone that's going to take your rights away, well then, all I have to say is that you failed as a parent.
Okay, so this guy texts me, right, and I let this sit for like 2 weeks, right? I forgot, honestly. And then I went to text like somebody else, and you know how if you have an iPhone and you start texting somebody's name in like the search thing or whatever, it'll bring up everybody's name that starts with that or similar or whatever. And I saw his name. I was like, oh, let me text his ass back. So I text back, right? Just 2 weeks later, I text back, and I went to sleep, whatever. The next day, I was like, oh, he didn't text me back. And then I text one other time and let it sit for like an hour, and he didn't text back. I was like, oh yes, can you protect your peace? Because I'm not gonna be peaceful with none of you niggas, but yes, go off.
I'm working.
You
I
working?
like to work. I like to buy things myself. I'm very independent.
Okay.
Cook, clean everything by myself. I don't need no man.
You don't need no man at all. So
I mean, I got a man, but if I could do it on my own.
You got a man,
I like
but
to
you
spend
don't
money,
need him.
so I don't need him.
So why you with him?
Because I want to be with him.
So what's stronger, a sense of want or a sense of need?
I don't know. Because I don't need him.
Interesting.
I want him.
But what's well, no, I'm just
Well,
saying.
need is stronger,
Need
yeah,
is stronger.
but...
Hey, my dude, she just submitted that. She don't really love you like that, dog.
Stop, no, it's not.
Gotcha.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it had to be with Eve Cadapple. It had to be. Eve messed us all up. Every single female, Eve messed us up. I think we know everything. No, this ain't what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like this. We don't want to listen. We quick to respond and then figure out later that it wasn't even none of that, and then don't even want to apologize. We can be very rude and don't have no compassion, and we want everything to be how we want it to be and everything all about us. Like Eve, girl. Y'all men are strong. For y'all men that been with women for a long time, y'all are some strong individuals, because we are a lot to deal with. Especially the women who just never take accountability for anything, never see their faults in anything. Everything is always everybody else's fault because it's supposed to be like this, and I don't care nothing about what you're talking about. You know who I'm really mad at though? Myself. I'm really mad at myself for taking my husband through the things that I took him through in my immature past. And I'm just thanking God, giving him the glory for maturity.
Okay, I am a 36, almost 37-year-old single female living in San Diego. And I was seeing a guy for over a month and could not get this guy to ask me out on a proper date. It was like pulling teeth. He wanted to stay at home, get takeout, just be on the couch. And I'm just curious if I'm the only one going through this. And at the end of it, I mean, we're no longer talking. There was about 11 days of radio silence to the point where you're questioning, like, is the guy... No, he found someone else. So, yeah, I guess I'm just scratching my head for all the single females out there. Are the men just not putting in the effort anymore?
Should a woman submit to a man's leadership?
I think that when you meet a man who is such a safe bet and so secure, submission is a natural consequence. Now, if you refuse to do that because you don't see, like, it just goes against everything, the narrative you've been taught, you're depriving yourself of a really beautiful relationship. I'm not saying submit to every man, but a good man who cares about your well-being, you'd be a fool not to submit to him. You'd be a fool to argue with him. You'd be missing out on a great connection simply because you want to maintain your independence, but independence is overrated.
I genuinely hate when I'm out on a date.
Social media got some of y'all acting really weird because I know this woman would not say this shit in person. View discretion's advised.
And somebody's like, you guys look cute. No, that's not what you're supposed to say. I'm beautiful. This is my show. Why would we pay attention to him?
I don't get it. I really don't. In the words of the young kids today, I hope this type of love never finds me. Because what? Like, how do you find an issue with that? Just imagine being with somebody as self-centered as this woman is, like, where someone can't even compliment you guys as a couple. And the crazy thing about this kind of mindset is if she does procreate, she's going to push this onto her children. There's a possibility that they are going to now also promote the same. Like, if I could expedite natural selection for some of y'all, I really would. Because we don't need it. We don't need this kind of energy. We don't need this kind of outlook on life, on relationships, period. And it's unfortunate there is probably a man out there that would still deal with this woman even with her thinking like this. And this is not to say that men are actively out there looking for this kind of validation. However, he does play a part in the compliment. She said that the two of you look great, which in turn means he looks good with you, you look good with him. Without each other, the compliment doesn't exist. And the reason she's upset is because why are they paying you any mind? Mind you, you're standing right next to her, right? You're probably sitting at the same table possibly. But why are they paying you any mind? They're supposed to only be paying her mind. Like, she's the only person there. You're supposed to be invisible, apparently. People apparently just shouldn't have eyes anymore. Which in turn says, while in a relationship with her, you are just a background singer. You're a backup dancer for her. She is the star. She is the main attraction, and people come to see her. And ultimately, she's doing you the favor. There should never be a time where you guys are receiving the same amount of praise or acknowledgement while being together. Fellas, whatever you do, man, if you run into a woman like this, don't pay it no mind. Not even for recreational use. It's no good to you, trust me. Because even if you do go down that road, there's a chance you can slip up. Allow natural selection to run its course. If we do what we're supposed to do, in due time, we won't have to deal with any of this shit. Y'all keep the change.
Toughest part about being the single, strong, independent friend with really high standards that's emotionally unavailable but is at the same time emotionally intelligent and self-aware and resilient is that deep down you walk this line of like, wait, I crave intimacy, I crave connection, and I do want to be in a relationship, but then I also push away and I self-sabotage whenever somebody gets close, because you're probably that girl with a niche obsession with psychology, right? Like, you know your attachment, you know you're probably a dismissive, avoidant, maybe a fearful avoidant, you know you're probably an Enneagram 8 or an Enneagram 4, and you recognize that you've prioritized partners in the past, and when you're in a relationship, once you fall in love, it's really hard for you to know when to walk away and to when to let that person go. And so instead of getting yourself into a situation again where you don't trust yourself, you'd rather focus on things that are more logical, like your career and your friends. And you're just like, well, who can put to words what's going on in my avoidant attachment brain and soundtrack my life? Because I'm like a walking contradiction, and I'm here to say, hi, my name is Savannah Lee. I make music for you. I'm an Enneagram 8. I'm an avoidant attachment. And I have a 4-song EP out now called For Your Entertainment, and also a new song out now called Past You. And so if you relate to anything I just said, this video is meant to find you.
Like, men don't really yearn no more, like, at all. Like, girl, at all. They want to be chased so bad.
Like, for real.
My nigga got to be outside my window with the boombox for me. Like, yes, it's like...
Men don't yearn no more. Oh, I got somebody ass. Let's go.
Girl, let me tell you what happened last night. So,
I wanna put you in 7 position for 70 minutes, you get it, babe. You got a lot on your mind and I wanna eat so that been licking and slipping it. I said in a high heel and a high green, I screaming in the minute. I said with no tight jeans and that feminine hygiene, and many was it. Tell us that I'm living. I get a lick and a stick and a lick and a stick and a tick when they get to where I'm living and spend no soup.
Get the fuck out of my face!
Women don't know that to conceal is the default for men. Conceal anything that can be used against you. And we want you to open up and tell me about your feelings and your emotions, and I will use them against you. I'll start by revealing it to my friends, all the special deep things you told me, not knowing that that's a betrayal. But I'll tell them about it because then they'll know how important I am to you.
A person who once felt invisible once said, "When a person grows up feeling unseen, they learn to love by overgiving. They pour into everyone else, hoping that one day someone will finally pour back into them. So they become the caretaker, the fixer, the one who shows up, even when no one else shows up for them. The hardest part? Deep down, they're not trying to be strong because they know they're the furthest thing from strong. They're simply doing their best to stay consistent in a world that's hypnotized by unreliability. They're waiting for someone to do for them what they've spent their entire life doing for everyone else around them."
Tomorrow is World Naked Gardening Day. I need to know, is there a naked gardening club in Philly?
Mike would like to join.
Yeah, I'd like to see the hose and the rakes and trowels and all the equipment they use. No, you know what a trowel is.
My heart stopped for a second.
No.
The gardening tools.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that woman, she sat up there and waited 2 weeks to text that man back, talking about men don't text back, men are emotionally unavailable, and all that other bull crap that we don't want to hear. We keep on telling you, modern women, they have a problem too. So I tried to text him, he didn't respond. Tried to text him back again, he didn't respond. Exactly. Y'all think that men are sitting around waiting on y'all. Meanwhile, men are moving on to bigger and better things. And when I say bigger and better, I actually honestly and truly should throw in there stable. They're moving on to things that are more stable, things that actually make sense as a part of their lives. And when you act the way you act, which is like most modern women, I already know you playing games and I need to move on to something and protect my peace, because that's exactly what I'm doing.
I would say my current partner gets upset when I call on my kids' father for help with certain things.
For just like the kids, though.
No.
Oh.
How much is the income difference between them two?
The ex is an old, so he's making some coins.
A woman wants to know that her feelings are important. A man wants to know that his thoughts are respected. So, if you respect this man, set up an agreement with the children's father that every 1st and 15th he sends you X amount of dollars, and what you don't get out of that, then you and your partner figure out how to make it happen. Don't disrespect him. That's very disrespectful.
She said I agreed to be with him. I didn't agree to be broke. And here's the thing.
Yes, you did.
No, but that's
yes, you did.
No, she did.
She did.
Her action did, but she ain't accepting that, because here's the thing. Isn't this dynamic? Imagine that man. You're choosing me now to be a partner in this relationship, to be a leader in this relationship, and we agree to do life together. So when there's a challenge, me and you gonna figure it out together, and this is how we build our bond. You are taking our ability to build our bond away, because what you do is you look for an escape route in another man. And here's the thing, not even one where it's just paper. If it was just for the kids, like you said, 1st and 15th, you call that man and ask him for money. And let me tell you what, when you were in a relationship with that man that was financially secure, that was part of y'all dynamic. When you were in that relationship, you used to ask him for money for this and this and this and this. And in that, there's this emotional exchange that happens between these relationships. And right now, you get to still do that. First of all, do you think that man will provide for his kids if you didn't talk to him 3 times a week?
Yes.
So you're talking to him because you want to, not because you have to.
And he's answering because he's got an underbelly there. One day he gonna ask you for something.
If he ain't already been asking, if they ain't already doing.
We are not having that conversation.
Look, man, look, hey.
Okay, hold on. Be honest. Is the relationship between you and your child's father, maybe not from just your side, but is his side towards you? If your partner looked through and heard every conversations that you're having with your ex, would he feel like there was inappropriate conversations?
Yes.
Now,
So you know you wrong.
What you doing?
Your father taught you that you're his little princess, didn't he? Yes. He taught you you're perfect, didn't he? He really you up, didn't he?
Yeah. Thank you, Dad.
Yes.
Love
He
you.
taught you to expect the man in your life to be the same as him. But see, there's only one problem. He didn't have to put up with your because you valued and admired him.
You're good, right? You're so good. 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 Wow. Yes.
And he didn't have sex with you, so there wasn't the piece of you feeling a sense of control over him. It wasn't something you could give or withhold from him. It would not affect his sense of love with you. So you had no power, so you worked to please him. It made you believe that love is something that should be expected and you could take it away because it was always there from him. And you've taken it away from this man. I'm not defending anything this man has done. I don't know what he's done. I bet he's done some stupid things that he probably hates himself for. But so have you. And if I was coaching, I would probably tell him to move on. Because this girl acts sweet, is sweet, and will take away love in a heartbeat if she doesn't get what she wants. Because she's lived a life where she could. If her father had not taught her she's a princess, she would learn that she would have to find a way to meet the needs of others, not just herself and her children. And she would never take love away because she wouldn't take the risk. As a result of that, their relationship could be more deep. Because it all changed when children came. It wasn't the children, it's that she decided the love of the children was her priority, and she pulled back love from him without meaning to initially. But then when he didn't do things she wanted the way she wanted, she got mad, and then she did do it deliberately. And he didn't understand that at first, and then he felt hurt, and then that turned into anger, and then he did stupid things because he's used to being able to make things happen.
Wow. Man's just explained an entire generation of marital issues like he's got a camera in all of our houses. We require boys to be good men, but we don't require girls to be good women. And that lack of requirement is due to the protection of their feelings. Without balance, an overprotective father may be as detrimental as a father that was never there. For your little princess may develop into an over-entitled, spoiled brat that wreaks havoc.
It must be nice to be a wife living in your soft girl era. Ain't that what y'all call it? The soft girl, soft life, or whatever you call it, man. My wife had a flat last night. Like 8 o'clock at night, I had to get up out the bed, go get out the side of the road. Took a tire off. I just went and bought her a new tire. Leaving the tire shop now. Man, it's 8 a.m. I done already took this tire off, took it to the tire shop, bought a new tire. Now I'm about to head back to the car to put the tire on. Bro, my wife's still in the bed. She don't give a about the tire. She ain't woke up not one time and thought, hey man, my car on the side of the road. Maybe I need to go, but I'm not complaining at all. You know what I'm saying? Don't think I'm complaining, because that's the kind of life I want her to live. You know what I'm saying? If you a man, your wife shouldn't have to worry about changing the tire number. But at the same time, it's like, golly, if I was on the side of the road, bro, I would be stressing, trying to see how would I get my car back? You know what I'm saying?
I thought this was a really cute video, and it got even cuter when his wife dropped in the comments saying something about she gonna have good dinner for him later tonight, or she gonna have something waiting on him. Whatever it was cute. But I wanted to address women who want the soft life. See, sometimes we think that living the soft life is about A man working, paying all of the bills while we do absolutely nothing. Or I ain't gonna say nothing, but take care of the kids only, but we don't have a job. And that's not necessarily true. The soft life comes with exactly what he said. You don't have to worry about certain things. You can rest your pretty little head on your pillow while your man is out taking the snow off your car, getting your tires rotated, getting the oil changed, changing a flat or getting it changed, going to pick up your car off the side of the road, mowing the lawn, all of the things that a man does and more. Soft life is about somebody taking a burden off of you that you do not have to have on you and putting it on themselves. So don't get it confused with not paying bills and not going to work and all of the things. No, a marriage takes two people. And in that marriage, the woman is the helpmate, the man is the protector and the provider, and this man just provided a service to his wife that she will never forget, and he ain't gonna forget tonight.
It's 9 a.m. Time to piss off the internet, shall we? If you got married to a man and that man is a good man and he's doing the that you ask him to do, why are you complaining? I literally just saw a Facebook post about this chick that said, I am getting a divorce not because my husband's a bad husband, but because I am a micromanager and I am his mother at the end of the day. She was talking about how every time she needs something done around the house, she has to ask her man to do it. But he's doing it. He's doing everything that you ask him to, and she's not denying that. But she's divorcing him because she feels like she shouldn't have to ask him. When I tell you, if you have a good man, these men are normally out doing a freaking 10+ hour shift, outside of the house. Most likely they're a blue collar worker, so they're exhausted when they get home. He is not thinking what needs to be done in the house. He is just thinking, oh my gosh, I just got home. Let me relax for a minute. And at the end of the day, and you're asking him to do things, which is totally fine. I get it. I do the same thing. But having the expectation of him to continue to have some type of thought process when he walks through the house, what can I possibly do right now to make my wife's life better in this moment, just as I walk through the front door? What the is that? Expectations of females and men in relationships now are so beyond. You have a good man, he's working for you, he's paying, providing, and being a protector and doing all of the things that you ask him to do, but it's still not good enough. What else do you want, Linda? I'm so confused. I don't understand anymore. I don't get it. I literally don't get it. It's why you have all over the internet talking about men ain't, because you ain't, and everything you're doing in the relationship ain't.
Modern women are out here doing shady stuff. And thank God for TikTok. Thank God for Instagram. Thank God for Facebook. For some reason, they feel it's almost as if even if they show their face, there's some sort of anonymity. Nobody knows. So I'm anonymous. I'm anonymous. Nobody will ever know. My partner, my husband, he will never see me talking silly like this or revealing stuff that I shouldn't have been doing. This woman sat up there and said, I'm talking to my ex, even though I'm in a relationship. I actually have a husband. Instead of, what should I do? You already know what you should do. You already know what you should do. If the situation were reversed, you would want that man to cut off his baby mama. No ifs, ands. It's either her or it's me. Make your decision right now. That's what you would say. For some reason, y'all have these open relationships to where y'all just keep on dragging them. And one day he gonna make you mad enough and you're gonna go over, oh man, I just went to the bar to go drink. And for some reason, and somehow He just happened to be at that same bar, that same day, that same time. Isn't that a coincidence? And y'all just happen to be walking out of the bar at the same time. We're going to leave at the same time. And our cars are parked in the same location. What do we got going on? Modern women, when they called out, go ahead and sit down. You already know what you're doing. Is that wrong? You already know that's wrong. You already know that's wrong. But you're going to do it anyway.